Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. How you start something is how you finish. It's best for you to go ahead and be your authentic self. It's best for you to state what your requirements are in a situation. It's best to be honest up front, because the real you is going to come out eventually. So do you want the real you to come out when the world or whoever is looking at you like, wait a minute, that's not who I thought you were? Or do you want it understood, look, you knew this is how I operate. It is what it is. Now, I'm not saying to be rude. I'm not saying to be arrogant. But I am saying that you don't want to be trying to tiptoe around situations, trying to be someone that you aren't, trying to negotiate who you are, only to be frustrated and the real you come out, and then it's like, okay, now you're looking like you didn't meet someone else's expectations. Now, sometimes you do have to get in where you fit in as a younger man or as an inexperienced man. So, for example, if you want to make a certain amount of money, you have to work your way up. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. So, how about this? The real you shouldn't be a flawed individual either, right? The real you can't be someone who can't learn, who can't be taught, who can't be trained, who can't follow instructions, who doesn't understand his role. If that's the real you, then you got some self-improvement to do, and you have a reality check that's in order that needs to be done. So I should have prefaced it with that. Now, the real balanced you at that point. So for me, for example, I don't like to be micromanaged. Therefore, I'm not about to deal with a job where somebody's over my shoulder every 5 minutes. I'm not finna deal with a woman who's trying to, be calling me every 5 minutes and figure out where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna do projects with people who can't hear something once or twice and take it and roll with it, and we're having the same conversation over and over again. I also don't really like small talk with everybody. I do small talk with people who I'm doing business with, or small talk with people who have something of substance to bring to a conversation. Then I can do some small talk. I'm not just finna do a whole bunch of small talk. And I don't start situations off like that, because I don't have people coming to me later saying, well, why are you being so standoffish? Nah, I'm kind of standoffish to begin with. I'm more vocal with children or with people who are trying to, I guess younger men or less experienced men, or whatever the case may be, or if the topic is something near and dear to me. So that's kind of where this channel comes from. I started it for my students at school. They don't watch it, but I find that I have a demographic between 18 to 35, mostly between 18 to like 25. So, okay, those are fruitful conversations. But I don't give a damn about how many points LeBron James scored. That ain't putting no money in my pocket. That's not building generational wealth. I don't care about all this internet gossip, like what's this thing in the manosphere where this just pearly lady decided to reveal, oh yeah, I hang with white supremacists, and I think there was this guy on her show saying that he didn't believe the Holocaust was real. So then she says, so with American chattel slavery, I don't think it was as bad as them black folks say. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Why is a man sitting there watching that? You ain't got nothing better to do, bruh? But anyway, I digress. See, that's an example of a flawed individual. Now you're defending a woman who basically says, look, I don't care how much your people suffer. I don't care if you suffer now. Or, they're either defending her or not, they're getting mad. But it's like, wait a minute. If you would have been your authentic self, a balanced individual, why are you sitting there wasting your time watching some mess like that? So now you got to come out and say, wait a minute. Well, I tell you what, though, I'll give the pearly lady, Miss Just Pearly Things, I'll give her this much. She made it known up front, if you listen close, because I saw some little snippets from Jason Black's channel. I watch that sometime for the politics. I'm not really too big on this thing he does now with the relationship talk and all that. But I did hear some snippets of this lady in the past, and she made it known who she was up front. Women will do that sometimes. Matter of fact, you know what? All people do it if you know what to look for, because it's not just about what's said, but what's not said answers questions too. You just have to learn the visual and audio cues as well. But I'm getting off into different topics. At the end of the day, learn what it is you like in life and dislike. Be comfortable speaking up for yourself. If something does not work well for you or feel good to you, or if it offends you, or whatever the case may be, if it is the right place and the right situation, do it in the right way, but speak up about it. Because if you start off being disrespected, you're going to end up being disrespected. If you start off saying, hey, look, I don't appreciate that, you may find yourself not welcome in some circles, but it's best to be where you're welcome rather than not, because you'll last longer in those circles, because the real you is already there. You don't have to be trying to play the fake you. I hope I gave you the general gist of this situation. I do need to get going. If I left anything out or didn't make something clear, put it in the comment section. I'll gladly address it in another video or in the comments. Hit the like button or the dislike button. Make whatever comments you want other than the ones I just mentioned. Share the content. I guarantee you somebody needs it. It's real legit information. And as always, never lose the will to win. Never lose the will to survive.